Greetings, Christ Tab Audio Techs. Here at Glendale, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of how to power up our system from nothing. So everything is off, boards are covered, and let's get to it. First thing, obviously, hit the cover of the board. And don't just crumple it up like that. Actually kind of give it a little fold over, place it out of the way. I usually try to put it somewhere over here, preferably not on the ground. And then to power on, see the board is off. Just to the left of the board, it's a rack, and this top right switch turns on the board, also turns on the internet switches that take care of getting communication between this board and the monitor board and the rest of the input boxes on the stage. Okay, so that's on, and as you can see, it's firing up, and it should just come up. You'll see this habit, and you'll start seeing on the screen something like that. The board should light up like that. Then you know you should be good to go. And when in doubt, you can recall scene 1, the master scene. Even if it's already on, it's a good idea just to recall it again, and that'll get you in a good starting place. Now let's go downstairs. All right, here we are in monitor world. So after you turn the board on upstairs, the next place you go to is monitor world to fire this world up. As you can see, board is covered. Both these racks are dark. Means we have no power on, but that will change. By going here to the top right of the rack, directly under the ClearCom box. It's a little tricky to see, but there is a switch right here. And then you power that on, and everything starts lighting up in the rack, including our one Rio box that contains most of our wireless mic inputs and wireless in-ear outputs. Take the cover off. Again, you would fold it nicely. Typically, you can stash it. I typically would stash it under this table here. And then the board will light up. You see, kind of light up. And then again, when in doubt, tap this, and we can go to the master scene. Use the knob down here to change to the master scene, and then you can hit recall, and then we're on the number one master scene. That, like I said, 9 services out of 10, that will be a very good place for you to start from. You usually can't go wrong from there. Okay, that's step 2. So we've turned on front of house, turn on monitor world, and it's out of focus, but that's okay. And now we're going to turn on the rest of the system. To turn on the rest of the system, you have to go to our sound room. Quickest way to get there is through this side exit door. If you get a reference point, monitor rolls across there. We've walked across the front. We'll go out, exit A door, or we'll go downstairs to the sound room. It's raining a bit today, so we'll kind of go this way. Turn down the fire escape. Make a big right. Put a black double doors. Open up. And then you kind of have to keep this door open, and you can open this door here to the sound room. Now, just a hint, if you've gone down these stairs and through that door, you've gone too far. You need to go make a left right before you go down those stairs. Okay, so we're in the sound room. First place you want to go to, the place you want to go to, is this circuit breaker box. It's right on the right side when you walk in. Open up, and then you're going to want to turn on all of these breakers. You can turn them all at once, but I prefer to turn on 3 specific breakers first. It's this top left one, this top right one, this bottom left one, excuse me. These will take care of your stage power, including all the Rios the 2 Rios that are on stage. We'll discuss those Rios in another video. So that'll get you on and get that going first, and then these other breakers are going to light up this middle portion of the amp rack. These amplifiers are what allow us to get the signal from the front of house board upstairs to our main PA system speakers for the sanctuary. So to get those going, you just put on the rest of the breakers, all of them. You do need to make sure that they all go on, or else certain parts of the audio system will not be powered on. So you should see all that light up, nice and steady like that. And that takes care of the audio system. One last thing that you're going to need to do for most of the services that happen here, because most of our services we have a electric guitar player on, and the amplifier that he uses is right down here, and we have it mic'd up, so that way we can. Now you can't really see that, but trust me, there's 2 mics there, and that allows us to crank this amplifier up to get a nice tone out of the speaker, get a little bit of nice distortion on it, without blowing the sanctuary room away with guitar volume. So it's very nice. So that way upstairs, you wouldn't even know there was an amplifier up there. You wouldn't know there was a guitar on until we turned it up on the board, which is what we like. Now, after we turn on all these breakers, and you got this light up, then you could turn on this guitar amp, and you do that by hitting these 2 switches right here. It says on off and on standby. Right now, you have one in on, one in standby. You won't get any sound. You'll only get sound if they're both in the on position. And we're getting a hum right now because there isn't a guitar plugged in, but you get the idea. So you gotta be both on. That light will sometimes light up. It doesn't always. It's not really a problem. It's kind of the nature of those lights. What I've been told, these amplifiers, they spend the least amount of money on that little light. So if it doesn't light up, don't worry about it. It sometimes will, but don't freak out if it doesn't. As long as your switches are on, you're good to go. And that's how you power on Christ Tab sound system.